Hey everybody, it's Steve. I just want to talk really quickly today about CES 2015. More specific is Apple's role there and Samsung's role there. Well, if you've been watching some clips from the shows and the different days, what's going on, you could tell obviously Apple has no presence there. Now there's a lot of devices, that are going to be running iOS, that are developed for the iPhone, that are there being shown, but Apple themselves isn't participating. However, Samsung is. You've probably seen the phones they have on display, the A3, the A5, which are low to mid-range, Samsung phones. They're touting their aluminum build, aka, trying to be like iPhone. But, like I said, low, mid-range specs, nothing special. But the big feature on these phones is the selfie mode. Now, you can see all the, and this I gotta laugh about, is all these reviewers, some I used to follow, but I don't anymore when I found out they're just paid shills. They're actually gushing over this selfie feature on these new Samsung phones. Like, it's really a big deal. And they're like hoping and wondering and praying that these phones make it to the US market. And I think, could you be any, stupider really? Those phones, I hope, don't make it to any market. Now think about it. Let's just think the A3 and the A7 come here to the US market. What's going to happen? Within 2 months, they're going to be in the bargain bin. And they're going to be, you'll get them for a penny with a 2-year contract before they finally get pulled. Nobody is going to want them. I don't know what Samsung, I don't know why they insist on focusing so much on trying to get their fingers in every piece of the pie. That is so ridiculous. I mean, okay, let's look at it this way. The S6 is all ready to go. That thing's built, ready, it's packaged, it's ready to start shipping. Now, they still have enough time with the Note 5 to really improve upon it. Now, one area that, that's important to me, it may not be to you, but, is gaming. I use my iPhone 6 Plus for gaming all the time. Asphalt, Spider-Man, Looney Tunes, other games. And you could run so many different games, very powerful graphics on this phone. And this phone will not lag. I can stop playing. I don't got to shut the game down. I can easily go different things. It just doesn't lag. It is so well optimized. Seriously, Samsung, stop messing with these stupid phones. They had these phones like the S5 Active, that other, what was that ridiculous phone with the big camera lens built in. Focus on your high-end devices. Make them better. Yeah, I know it's got 3 gigs of RAM and what else, this only has 1. But I gotta tell you, if you're into gaming and you know what I'm talking about, you want to do it on an iPhone because this Note lags very easily. And yeah, I did the developer options down to 0. I turned off S-Voice on the home button. But, it's just, this is not a good phone for gaming. Let's be real. If you own this, be real now. This phone is not good for gaming. The iPhone, straight out the box, you know how it is, you're not going to mod it, is good for gaming. Samsung, focus. Get with the big picture here, all right? So, this is my thoughts on CES, 2015. It was disappointing to see Samsung with those phones. And, man, I just, God, I hope they pull it together, because, I love both. And, come on. Samsung, get with it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.